Welcome. The purpose of this video is to show you how to add and work with ship-to addresses in SBC. Now you would think that the ship-to addresses would exist and be adjusted in the FAR management menu selection, and that is not actually the case. They exist in a file called our miscellaneous files. Now I can show you the menu selection on how to get there, but I want to show you beforehand that this new Shift F1 yellow search button in the lower right corner of your screen, if you click on that and you type in ship, you can type in as many words as you want to, but I'm just going to type in ship and press my enter key. It's going to show you exactly where those ship-to files live on the system. So if you're ever lost and you can't find where they are, you can always use that search button to find out where all of that information lives. I'm going to press home to return back to my main menu, and I'm actually going to go through the menus to get there. I'm going to go to menu selection T, my general files, number 4, miscellaneous files, and then letter A in the upper left corner, ship-to file. So first I'm going to add an account. So I come in here, my account has to already exist in my AR, so I needed to go into F1 and make sure that my account was already existing there. I'm then going to type in my account number here, which is going to add this particular record to my ship-to file. And over on the right hand side you have like a sequence number. And what this number does is it identifies which ship-to address that you're dealing with. So you can add a 1-character or 2-character number in this area. I typically go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 just because it's easier. You can use numbers if it has to do with their address or their phone number or something like that, if it's easier for your people to remember them. When you are in point of sale and you're in the ship-to area, it's going to ask you for this sequence number. If you remember the sequence numbers, you can add them just by typing them in. Otherwise, you have the ability to press a function key to show you a listing of all of the addresses that are in your ship-to file. So you don't have to memorize these numbers if you don't use them very often. I happen to know that my sequence number 5 is not being used, so I'm going to type in a 05. Record is not found. Scan for it. I'm going to say yes. Notice that 109 sequence 04 already exists, and I made it 2 characters. You could make it 1. I'm going to type in 10905, and now my 05 exists. Now, if you've watched some of the other videos, or if you've been familiar with SBC for a while, you would know that if you press the home key and then you press the F9 key, a box of values can pop up here, and you can fill these in with the information that you're populating for your ship-to addresses and do all of this in one screen. For me, there's so little ship-to information that's actually edited in the screen, I didn't bother to do this. I'm going to press my escape key and go and enter them on the actual ship-to edit page. But if you'd like to fill this page out and then have your employees, as new ship-tos are added, just populate the fields, you can absolutely do that. I'm going to press the escape key. I'm going to go to number 3, and I'm going to type in that account number again, 109, and my subcode is 05. I'm going to press my enter key, and I'm going to type in my new shipping address. My address is 24 Richardson Drive, Suite, 1960. Now you could fill in as much or as little of this miscellaneous information as you'd like. It doesn't really go anywhere. The salesperson field will absolutely update who gets the commission for your salesperson, or who gets the values in their salesperson file when you make a sale for this particular ship-to, but the contact information and that those other fields are simply being populated on the right-hand side of your ship-to screen when you're in point of sale. The one thing you will want to remember is that this ship-to will override the account's tax information. So if you have a corporation that has a number of different ship-to addresses and they're in different towns or different parishes, so they're going to have different tax rates. You want to make sure that that information is defined here so that when they are taxed appropriately. So I'm going to say that this one happens to be exempt. I'm going to fill in my fields, and then I'm going to press the update key at the bottom to save this information. So now my SHIP-to is saved. I can add more if I need to. I can use my import convert.uni program, that's through menu selection YD2, to import information into my SHIP-to file if I have a whole list that I want to import. I'm going to get out of this menu selection by hitting the escape key, and I'm going to hit escape to go back out to my main menu. So let me show you how this works in point of sale. If I go to point of sale, enter invoices number 1, I type in my clerk code, and I type in 109, my account number. Notice that my SHIP-to addresses are showing up on the right-hand side of the screen, and my cursor is on that 01. That was my first subcode or sequence number for the first SHIP-to address that I had. I can hit my F2 function key and F1 to go back and forth and choose the one that I want. If I don't want to F1 and F2, maybe I've got a longer list and I want to see them all at one time, I can press my F7 function key. And that's going to pop up a listing here of the line number is on the far left, or the line letter is on the far left. The code, that 2-character subcode or sequence number, shows up next. The name of my company, and then the address. Now, my suggestion is if you have multiple SHIP-to addresses and they're either separated by town or there's kind of a short name for them or a nickname for them, you may want to put that information into this name field so that you can very easily distinguish which SHIP-to address that you're trying to ship to. So to pick any of these, I either click on them with my mouse or I enter the letter number, that is the line on the left-hand side, so I'm going to press a D. And now my information is loaded appropriately. If I hit the up arrow key and come up here, notice that my tax code for this particular address is a 9. This is my SHIP-to address number 4. And so my tax will be assigned appropriately. If I delete this ticket, type in 109, and remember the new one that I had created was 05, if I press my up arrow, this guy's exempt. So it will make sure that it charges the correct tax rate. Now, SHIP-tos are simply meant to allow you to ship information to different, or to ship parts to different addresses. This is not going to create multiple statements for this main Jethro Tull transmissions and Columbus Drive. This is going to combine all of the invoices for all of my shipping addresses into one statement. We do have a way to set up what we call master account logic, and that will allow you to take a number of different accounts and create separate statements for each of them, and then a master statement that would go to the main office. That information is under the statement print menu selection, which would be F7 in your menus. If you have any questions on how this works, please call us at 800-829-4722, or you can send us an email at sbctraining@autolog.com. Thank you so much.